April Cummings in for Donna Bush with your CIGTV News Update. Premier the Honourable Alden McLaughlin, Minister for Financial Services and Home Affairs, the Honourable Tara Rivers, and representatives from the Maritime Authority of the Cayman Islands attended the Monaco Yacht Show, hosting events to promote the Cayman Islands and our world-leading shipping registry. The Cayman Islands hosted a reception for Friends of Cayman, which included yacht owners, yacht builders, naval architects, and other key players and service providers in the yachting sector. One of the special guests of honor, Prince Albert II of Monaco, who was welcomed by Premier McLaughlin and Minister Rivers. The Premier and Prince Albert discussed the history, culture, and economy of the Cayman Islands, as well as the prominence of the Cayman Islands shipping industry. The Premier also presented the Prince with the coat of arms of the Cayman Islands. The Cayman delegation also hosted a dinner for clientele of the shipping registry. This is the first time Cayman has hosted a dinner at the Monaco show. The Cayman Islands has more than 80% of the ultra-large segment of the yachting market and is a world-leading register. Government says not only does the Cayman Islands earn substantial fees from the work of the registry, but the Cayman brand is greatly enhanced by so many luxury yachts being registered in the Cayman Islands and flying the Cayman flag. On Friday, hundreds of everyday people across Cayman became heroes for a very special girl named Hannah. Now, their gifts didn't manifest in super strength or speed or any other typical superpower. Their powers were far more potent. It was a singular form of inspiration, helping to raise awareness and money to win the war against childhood cancer. Radio Cayman's Andrew Harris has more.
For the first time, teachers of Sir Johnny Cumber Primary School came together to raise awareness about childhood cancer by going under the razor's edge.
It was a way of us doing our bit, really, and to show the school, the community, the students, that we can all do our bit.
That's school principal Paul Samuels, who together with Tim Eastman and Brendan Smith led the charge and allowed students to shave their heads for donations.
We really felt that by involving the students that they would be part of that process in some way, more than just donating the money, which in itself is a fantastic gesture. But we really wanted them to be part of it and to understand why it is that we were doing what we're doing.
Mr. Samuel says cancer has robbed him of former pupils, so stepping up to be a hero by sitting down for a shave is extra special for him.
I've been unfortunate enough to have children that I've taught, not here on island, but in previous posts, who have suffered with cancer and actually passed away from it. So it's a topic that's it's very important to me. It touches a real nerve with me. So every little bit that we can do to support a charity like the St. Baldrick's Foundation, we'll do whatever we can.
Mr. Samuel says what might seem as a trivial and simple matter of shaving one's head is an excellent way to engage his students and to get them thinking and talking about the realities of childhood cancer.
I think maybe at one time it was something that we thought we didn't have to worry about or we didn't have to expose ourselves to because we wouldn't encounter it until we were adults, and even then maybe older adults. But we see it affecting the lives of so many people nowadays and younger generations. And so I think being able to raise awareness of it at a very young age, to get children to understand a little bit about it, because some of our students are encountering it now, not personally, but within their families. And so it's trying to not hide away from that and let children know that it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to share feelings about it.
The final tally of the Students' Hall is still unknown, and although not everyone was lucky enough to wield the clippers, their donations are going to add up as part of the Heroes for Hannah Fund of the St. Baldrick's Childhood Cancer Research Foundation. Andrell Harris, CIGTV News.
Mr. Samuel says next year they're looking forward to opening up the head shaving to female staff as well as to parents. By the way, Hannah's Heroes is now in its 6th year, and it is one of the most successful shave events in the world for St. Baldrick's, having raised over $2 million for childhood cancer research. The Youth Services Unit and the Ministry of Education partner with Gamers Bay this year to provide Cayman's young people with knowledge about the industry and how it really works, not to mention what kind of opportunities are available.
We know that the revolution of gaming is at its infancy. We want to try to get our young people ready for the opportunities in the future. So we come together to put on a workshop that can get young people more entrenched and focused on how they can navigate through the opportunities that will be presented to them in the future.
Mr. Miles says the response to the workshop was incredible.
This is the first video gaming development workshop being held in the Cayman Islands as part of Gamers Bay 3. And the take up amongst young people means we need a bigger venue for next time.
Mr. Miles says it is important for students to have an understanding of how to take advantage of their interests in technology and gaming, as well as how to monetize those skills. So a cardiac event is certainly a life-changing experience, and on Friday a special luncheon was held at the Marriott to celebrate survivors. Several hundred people attended the event, which shared the stories of 8 local heart heroes, including MLA Bernie Bush.
I'm enjoying the new lifestyle, walking 3-4 miles every day, eating properly, something that I've never done before. So it's nice. So I can honestly say that this is the best thing that ever happened to me, because it has put me in a better spot spiritually, mentally, physically, the full work. So I'm saying thank God it happened, thank God I found out in time, because with 7 blockages, if I'd had the heart attack, I don't think there was any coming back.
And a special award was given to Sean and Aylin Evans, whose baby Nolan succumbed to his own heart condition. The couple has been working to raise funds for the Cayman Heart Fund in their son's name. Thank you for joining us for this CIGTV News Update. Remember, you can watch us online anytime on the CIGTV YouTube channel. I'm April Cummings, in for Donna Bush.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department, as a planning and permit application may be required?
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have on-board flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!